Bills fans, I'm not even going to attempt to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you a white lie. I'm not going to tell you a partial lie. The truth is, this was likely the worst season y'all will have in the last 5 years.
Shut up, the Bills! It's not outside! It's not outside! Yeah, we the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, we the Buffalo Bills. You better know that. Look how we throwing and catching, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. You better know that. Look how we running and hitting, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. Reppin' the mafia, yeah. Reppin' the mafia, Bills, mafia, yeah. You better know that. Look how we throwing and catching, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. You better know that. Look how we running and hitting, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. Want me now, listen. Everyone play their position. Buffalo got a tradition. They say we tripping. They better get out our way. Top of the table, we flipping. We on a mission. Got an unstoppable team. Continue to follow your dream by any means. Buffalo, get in the Super Bowl ring. Cause we the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, we the Buffalo Bills. You better know that. Look how we throwing and catching, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. You better know that. Look how we running and hitting, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. Reppin' the mafia, yeah. Reppin' the mafia, Bills, mafia, yeah. You better know that. Look how we throwing and catching, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. You better know that. Look how we running and hitting, cause we are unstoppable, yeah. Mafia up in your city, time to get gritty. Screaming and yelling, we bugging. Look at the red and blue.
This is an MVP year for Josh Allen. As an MVP voter, I said this last week. Josh Allen, he looks like an MVP. When you vote for MVP, and I can speak for myself, I think I'm one of 50 voters, you look at a couple things. Who's the best team in football? Who's the best player on that team in football? What do they look like as the best player on that team in football? And how much talent is around that best player on that best team in football?
Cause we the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, we the Buffalo.
Everyone, welcome to another edition of the Coast to Coast podcast. I am your co-host, Beyond716, as always, here with the one, the only Whittle 2K. Today is the day, everybody. It is July 29th, 2026. A lot of firsts today. First day of training camp. The lights are on for Whittle. Training camp lights are on today.
Oh.
It's the first day for Joe Brady, and a lot of realizations today, Whittle. We see a new coach today. Kind of hit a little bit more for me today that there's no more Sean McDermott in the building. We're going to get into Joe Brady's press conference. We'll get into the stories, the headlines that make up the first day of training camp. So we are going to go into a lot of this. I want to say hello to Michael, and great to see you here as well. And we are going to get into this topic right here. We're going to get into a lot of what stuck out as we go through the show. We will also count down. We are 46 days, Whittle, from week 1 at Houston, and exactly 50 days from tonight, Highmark Stadium, the new version, new iteration, opens up officially for the regular season on Thursday night against the Detroit Lions. So we are inching closer, Whittle. How are you tonight?
I'm all right, man. Excited to be, going for another season, man. Like, this is very, very big. We're supposed to be having a special guest tonight. What's going on, man? What's going on, baby coach? Yeah, I don't think our guest is gonna be arriving tonight, but it is what it is, man. That's how these things go sometimes. But anyway, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Like, this is a big season, new coach, new defensive scheme, new defensive coordinator. I think a good amount of talent comes in, into the roster. So I'm expecting big production out of this team, man. We've been at the cusp many times, and at some point you got to break through. I think the attitudes, I think the mindset is there. I think it's time to take the next step, man. That's where I'm at. How about you?
I'm with you. There's a lot of new things, right? And with that comes excitement. With a lot of the way that we hear Joe Brady speak, we're going to get into that today. It was a lot of refreshing statements being made, in my opinion. Some changes from past years, which I think sometimes is necessary, right? And even though the Bills have been an excellent franchise the last 9 years, one of the best in sports, we've talked about that for years on our podcast, but it was not good enough. It's not the standard we're trying to get to. While we have Josh Allen under center, we want to get to the Super Bowl and possibly win it. So we needed to make these changes, especially on the defensive side. I just like the overall approach. But again, that comes with uncertainty. How are certain players going to fit into their new roles, into new schemes under our new defensive coordinator? And even our offensive coordinator, we're going to have Pete Carmichael as well as Jim Leonard. So it's a whole new day, whole new stadium. There's just a lot of excitement, a lot of nervousness, and like you said, now Josh Allen's 30 years old. We're moving into that part of his career. For so long we were thinking, he's 25, he's 26. We got plenty of years. Now he's 30. Now I still think Josh Allen could play till he's in his 40s, but you never know how the body's going to hold up. You never know how the franchise is going to hold up. So you got to knock it down while you have, the team in front of you, and while Josh is in his absolute prime.
Yeah, and I think that's obviously what spurred the move of getting McDermott out of here, and after being so successful, but not reaching the ultimate goal, which is the Super Bowl. But here we are, man. I mean, Joe Brady comes in. I believe you did watch the presser, right? You watched his presser.
Yeah, I did watch some highlights of it. Yes, I did. Mm-hmm.
I just think the attitude, the mindset that he was bringing is something that we've desperately needed. I said this earlier today, but I think what's up, dog? How you doing, brother?
Great to see you, dog.
Yeah, I think Brady is obviously a big change from McDermott, but I think Brady's going to go with the mindset of, I'm going to let these players go out and decide the game. The game will be won by the Buffalo Bills players on the field. Either we win because of them or we're going to lose because of them. And he'll always take responsibility for the loss. He'll say, this loss is on me, this loss is on me. I get that. But I thought that there were situations in different games where, especially in the playoffs, where the balance of the game rested on the decision by Sean McDermott instead of allowing his players to go out there and win, and win the game. So I just think Brady's going to empower these guys and tell these guys, you know what? Listen, you're the best in the world. They got to play us. You go out there and you win this football. You win this football game. So I like that about him. I do think he's humble. I do think he's extremely fiery. I think that's hopefully that gets something going in Josh as well as the rest of the team. But yeah, like I think he's a breath of fresh air, man. It's an injection of attitude. It's an injection of competition. It's an injection of a little bit of swagger. Like I think he's got a little swagger with him. Not too much, not to the point where it's cocky, but I think there's a swagger with him where he believes, like, listen, we got the best player in the world. We're the best team. We're the best team on the field. Like, you got to beat us. And that's where I think that whole thing comes out when he says, put the ball down. Let's play football. Put the ball down. Let's get out there and decide it on the field. So I'm grateful for that. Sean McDermott, don't get me wrong, he was humble as well. But McDermott, McDermott was very humble. He was very clean cut and by the book, cross every T, dot every I. And I think this change and having Joe Brady is going to allow these guys to play a little looser, play a little more free, and not worry so much about making mistakes. So I'm looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to it. What was your assessment of Joe Brady's press conference.
Well, right off the top, just the change in the time of the practice, doing a little bit early. Josh Allen alluded to that it's probably good to have these kind of changes, when you have a new coach and a new regime in here. I like how he's really putting an emphasis on, really playing. He wants him to establish that identity right from the first practice. So talks about discipline, competitiveness, and things of that nature. These are all the buzzwords that I like to hear out of Joe Brady. I feel like I feel like the Bills have had they've had a top-notch culture over since Sean McDermott came in. But sometimes, when you have a great culture at work, and Riddle, you've been in the military, you understand how these things go. Sometimes, I'm not saying they got complacent, but sometimes you just need another voice, right? For whatever reason, to come on in, and we have a great structure in here, but we need to, just tighten. We need to get it's almost like the screwdriver's a little bit loose. We got to tighten things up a little bit. We just got to be a little sharper. We got to just clean some things up. And I think even guys like Deion Dawkins, I feel like he's feeling that too. And I think it's time. Like, these guys are extremely popular in Western New York, and I love this team. I love the personalities we have on this team. But at some point, right, that you need the results to come with it, right? We need to knock the door down at least once, right? If we go to another 5 or 6 years and we continue to do the same things we're doing, they're going to be, great story, amazing quarterback, but never got it done. There's going to be a level of frustration from the fans. Like, we still love the teams. I love the things that they do in the community, all that stuff. That's not the issue. So sooner or later, and I think Joe Brady, this change was the right time to do it. I think that's what threw us off sideways, again, not to bring this up, but to make a big statement of it. But the way it went down, I just think was kind of a mishmash, and it made us feel very uncertain. But now looking back on it, it was the right decision to make. Sean had his chances. 2021, 2022 were probably his moments where he had the roster to complement the way he wanted to play, and we just couldn't knock it down. And since then, he's been trying to cover things up with that defense, trying to make do what he's got. He's done somewhat of a noble job in some cases, but it just wasn't enough. And now it's time to bring in Joe Brady and the new staff to see what they can do.
Yeah. Speaking of changes, the new jersey was released, and I mean, I want to say that there's like mixed reviews, but they're not really mixed. Like, pretty much everybody hates them. This has been a summer, an off season of just constantly. It just felt like all off season the Bills have been taking L after. Losing to the Broncos was tough in the playoffs. But then when you lose the way we lost, and then the coach gets fired, it looks bad because you wait until Josh has 4 turnovers. We turn the ball over 5 times on offense, which is like that is so rare for the Bills to act like be that loose with the football. And I get it,
Yep.
Josh has a million interceptions. Nobody cares about his touchdowns. But
Here we go. Yep.
at the end of the day, like, the Bills do a really good job of taking care of the football in the playoffs. And for them to have 5 turnovers in a game, 4 in regulation, and still force overtime and get, it just felt like after that, you fire McDermott. It's just like, all right, you wait until the one time the defense actually played good enough outside the wild card to win, and you still fire the guy. That was. I just felt like that was a little bit of a poor timing, poor decision. I wish they would have waited a little longer, and had some talks, maybe done it a little cleaner. But it is what it is. I feel like that was it now. Then, these lists come out, and Josh Allen's ranked super high by the coaches, execs, and scouts. And that, for whatever reason, like, oddly enough, felt like another L, because now we have to defend his record and his resume as the quarterback against other players who have not played better than him over the last few years. And that's what this list was based on. So that was an L. And now these jerseys come out, and my God, the helmet looks so stupid. I hate the helmet so much. The jersey itself is warming up.
Yep.
But the helmet is never going to warm up. Never.
Yeah, there's something about it just feels incomplete, doesn't it? Doesn't it feel like someone was working on a project for that helmet and then they just stopped finishing it? They said, "We're about 80% done. Let's ship this idea in." Yep. Right? I just don't you think this should have been gray or nickel color? I just think it would have matched nicely with the helmet. I mean, with the jersey, but what do I know?
So last year they did there were some edits where, and I think Josh even came out in a blue helmet or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you make the helmet blue and then use the gray as like stripes on the helmet, it probably helps it out. Maybe you throw a little white in there, maybe some red to kind of tie everything in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just the helmet's killing me, bro. The helmet's killing me.
I still may get a jersey potentially.
Same.
Or even if they come out with gear, if they come out with shirts, maybe with the Nickel City colors and put a nice cool logo on it, they could do a lot of cool stuff with that if they do it right. Right? They could. But again, that's always the big term. If they do it right. So, and listen,
they didn't do the jersey right.
Listen, at the end of the day, though, I'm going to ask you a question, Whittle. AFC Championship game. Bills are playing the Texans at home. CJ Stroud is on the sidelines after 3 interceptions, and we're up by 17, and those blue helmets are on our head. Are you going to be too worried about it?
No, because it'll be second half. What are we talking about? Fourth quarter?
Yeah, fourth quarter. I mean, the ball kept Josh up, but if
we're 17, there's no helmets on. There's no helmets on Josh Allen. Josh is in a baseball cap at that point. We're up 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, the jersey's not bad. It's the helmet.
Yeah, I agree.
Awful.
It's disgraceful, awful. Yeah. It's.
You know what else doesn't help it?
What's that?
Deion Dawkins. Did you see Deion's picture?
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible.
Listen, I'm built like Deion or Deion Walker. You don't want me posing with that thing, man. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You know what I mean? I am not the kind of guy that should be posing. Whittle, I can see you posing or others, but myself, no, you don't want me posing for that jersey and look. It's just not gonna look right. So
no, not me either, man. They tell me I'm fat, old, and I don't have any.
Nah, you're not, Whittle.
Yeah, that's what they tell me. At least that's what they tell me on Twitter.
As they're probably the size of me. But I digress. But they could have put a number of players out there. I mean, Dawson Knox has been with this team for a long time. You could have put him out there. You could have put.
I don't care that Deion was out there.
I love Deion.
It just doesn't. It just the aesthetic of the jersey just didn't look great. And then it was the pose too. You know, Deion's a clown, so he's like sitting there like a little kid getting ready.
He's a great clown, though. Yeah.
But I mean, Rousseau's picture. Now Rousseau.
Yeah.
His. If you see Rousseau's picture, you're like, all right, I can get with this. Like this.
Yeah.
This makes sense. Mm-hmm. But that's the only one. Like, Maxwell Harrison's trying
Deion has lost weight though. Deion has lost some weight though. He has. He looks, so that's been a pleasant thing, I think, for the season.
He's ready. He's ready. Yeah, he's ready.
Well, I think the writing might be on the wall just a little bit, Whittle. He's got to watch himself, especially after the 4th round pick we made this year, and they haven't kicked his money down the curb yet. Maybe the little light bulb was going off in his head that I better start upping my game here.
I don't know, man. I haven't heard a single mention of Drew Bowery.
No, well, not yet. It's only first day. I know. Here
not
I go with the Drew Bowery conspiracies, right? But I'm just saying, like maybe internally, he's getting older too. I mean, he's getting up there, and he knows he's only gonna have so many chances to knock this down. So
he's good though. He's good. I think he's good. I don't think his spot's in question. But I will say this though. So I want to get into training camp a little bit more. We'll talk about some injuries, but before that, Brandon Beane did speak, and he talked about how Dalton Kincaid, really built himself up over the offseason. Dalton Kincaid does look like one of the Eternals right now. He is absolutely, he's absolutely chiseled. He put the work in. So I mean, hopefully that leads to him being healthy this year. I think. Well, I mean, obviously the offense is better when he's on the field. He's a very, very, very difficult cover for the other teams. And Josh is better when he's on the field. So I'm looking forward to seeing him on the field. Hopefully for 16 or 17 games. Another guy I'm looking forward to seeing on the field is DJ Moore. So far, so good. DJ still has a lot of pep in his step. Even in the rain, he's cutting, in and out of his breaks, catching the football with his hands, bringing it to his body. It was a nasty weather day. But Keon Coleman drops the first pass that was thrown to him today, and the internet went crazy and ran with it. But nobody on the internet talked about the very next play on that same practice possession. Josh goes right back to Keon Coleman the very next play after the drop, and Keon makes the catch, and it was a more difficult catch. Brandon Beane brought that up in his press conference when he was talking about Keon. He said one of the things that he recognizes from Keon this year is that he has matured. He's and listen, and that's what we want, right? He matures to the point where he's responsible and accountable where he's supposed to be. He's going to see the field, especially with Jordan Palmer. Still, Joshua. I keep calling this guy Jordan. I've been calling him Jordan Palmer since last year.
Yeah, even I just slipped that sometimes too. Joshua Palmer.
And it's probably because Jordan Palmer was the one that worked with Josh Allen for those years.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But anyway, Joshua Palmer still working his way back from that ankle injury. So Keon's got the chance to go in and snatch that wide receiver 2 spot. And he better do it now because Skylar Bell was taking reps. He looked good as well. I saw a few video clips of him from the guys at Cover One, and I mean he looks clean. It looks like a very solid route runner, which is what I thought he was going to be anyway coming out of college. It's the physicality that I'm looking forward to seeing when they get pads on. I think they get pads on in a few days, and that's what I want to see. I want to see the physicality from them. But another observation from training camp: Jalen Kilgore, the safety drafted out of South Carolina. All of his reps today were at safety. Last year's 5th round pick, Jordan Hancock, all of his reps were at nickel. So I think that's where these guys are going to stay. I think Jordan Hancock's going to be the nickel or the backup, the backup nickel, and Kilgore's going to be a backup safety. I don't know if it's free or most likely he's the backup free safety. And Cole Bishop, still there. Linebacker depth scares me. Defensive line depth does not. Offensive line looks like it's still going to be a good unit. Alec Anderson taking first team reps at left guard. Cook looks as spry as ever, and Shakir, Josh, DJ, we're in good shape. We are in good shape. Injuries: Dorian Williams, Terrell Bernard, and we talked about Joshua Palmer. Dorian Williams is still working his way. They're ramping him up to get him back going. Back practicing with the first team. And Dorian Williams is out there for the drills as well, but he's working his way back from a knee injury he sustained in the offseason. And two more things with the injury front. Michael Hoyt is a full go. He's been cleared to fully participate going forward, which is huge for the defensive line. And Terrell Shavers has been moved to the physically unable to perform list. He will be there for a while because he's working his way back from I think it was an Achilles tear.
Yep.
So, hopefully we get this young man back in 2 months or whatever. We'll see him hopefully by week 8. Because I think we need another receiver. I think we're going to need another receiver.
Yep. I agree. Jalen Virgil also failed the physical.
Yep.
So he didn't practice today, but we'll have to see what happens with that. Speaking of receivers, I said that could open the door for Jamori Macklin. See if that, especially with Shavers being out as well for a little while. So that'll be interesting to see if one of those names comes up and surprise some folks as we get closer to cut down day.
Yeah, if we can get Macklin, man. If Macklin can show out in training camp, that'd be nice. I think he's a really good route runner. Good hands. Just I don't know. Just so weird because these guys that are excellent in college come to the NFL and then just like, geez, man, I thought this guy was good. He ends up not being good. Keon Coleman taking reps at punt return. How do you feel about that?
Well, he was really good in college, right, as a punt returner. Yeah. So, listen, a lot of us didn't have Ray Davis on our bingo card last year to be such an excellent returner. So why not Keon Coleman? And I think that's a good sign too for maybe what the staff thinks of Keon Coleman, that they're trying him out in these other capacities. So I think good for Keon that he can expand his role. And again, as you said, that maturity process happens from last year. Why not? I mean, I'm all for, utilizing his strengths because he has quite a few, and I still think he's going to be. I think he's going to be a very solid, productive player for us this year. I'm not putting too much expectation on him, Whittle, but I think he's gonna. I think he may surprise some folks this year that are really down on him in terms of his future. We just got to remember he's still 22 years old, and he still has. He could still ascend to a better receiver in my eyes, especially now that you have DJ Moore, and again, it moves him into better positions and better matchups on the field.
Another play I want to discuss before we go into trade rumors, things like that. He is polarizing already, extremely polarizing on day one. You know who I'm talking about?
Polarizing on day one already?
Yes.
For the Bills? You talking about on the defensive side of the ball?
On the defensive side of the ball.
Are we talking about our new strong safety?
We are talking about our new free safety.
Our free safety. Oh, okay.
Yes. CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. It's weird with him. Like when the coaches, Bean, when they talk about him, they're like, man, this dude loves football, extremely competitive. He does this, he does that. All of these great things how like they're watching film or that they're watching the play unfold, and he's walking and he's able to kind of read what's going to happen and then teach that to the younger guys. It's just like, man, that's all great. And then before practice starts or right after practice, I think it was, he's on like a live, and coach is like, bro, you got to get off, like shut that down.
Mm-hmm.
And he seemed to be a little annoyed with it. I mean, probably making a lot out of nothing, but still, that's a lot. But that's a lot for day one. And then the live stream doesn't stop there, right? After that's over with, he goes live again later, possibly from his house, with Deion Dawkins, and they're talking about Stephon Diggs. Did you see that?
I did.
How do you feel about
that? Listen, I think until he signs, this is going to be speculated. I know CJ came out and said, you all make things to what it's not. Now take that for what it's worth, but that could be him, trying to back himself up there. I mean, but I think there is an outside shot of a reunion. I still think it's a long shot, in my opinion, but I still think it's going to be there. It's something that really, I mean, you insert Stephon Diggs into this offense right now, Whittle, where he doesn't have to be the guy right now. I mean, my goodness. I mean, we are going to absolutely cook on the offensive side of the ball when it comes to the passing game. I mean, let me ask you, if I give you the keys, you're the GM, right? Stephon Diggs is calling you and says, listen, I want to mend fence, whatever with him and Josh, they let's say hypothetically they mend their fences, whatever it is, we don't know. Both sides probably, had issues, whatever. We're past that. But let's say he's ready to come back. Are you doing it? Are you pulling the trigger?
No.
Rob says yes. Whittle says no. Thanks for coming by, Rob. No, you still not doing it?
No. Josh, the only way I'm doing it is if Josh comes into the office and says, bring Stephon back.
Yeah.
That's the only, like, Josh has to come and ask for him directly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not all that, we mended, we're good. No, that's not enough. Not the way it went down.
Yep.
And honestly, it's been a top 5 offense without Diggs. I don't want anybody coming in here that's going to demand targets be taken away from DJ Moore for him.
That's fair. If we did bring in DJ Moore, I would be more
right. That I would be okay, but I would do it because the need is there, right? Yeah. You bring in a Diggs, you bring in a Cook, you bring in a Diggs and Cooks because both are older players. Diggs obviously younger, but and just coming off of a 1,000-yard season. Yeah. I'm not doing. I'm sorry. Diggs is gonna come in and he's going to demand a certain number of targets. The targets go like this right now. DJ Moore, Khalil Shakir, Dalton Kincaid. Whoever else is hot after that. Like whoever else is open at that. That's where the target share is going. I'm sorry.
So many footballs to throw around, right? Well, then,
yeah.
I mean,
and no matter what you tell me,
no
matter what you tell me about Stephon Diggs and making amends with Josh, I'm sorry. He is who he is. He is what he is. That's it. No shade. I was one of the biggest Diggs defenders while he was here because he's a great player. But 2 years removed. I can't get that 2023 drop out of my head, bro. Can't get it out. Can't.
Yeah, it's tempting.
And where we are right now as a franchise, right? Like we're looking for more players to actually make plays when the games matter the most, which is the playoffs. When has Diggs done that in Buffalo?
Yeah. Whittle, it's almost like the guy or girl that has the exciting boyfriend, girlfriend, right? From the past, comes back a couple years later, you're single, you're staying home at night, and here they come again, right? And then you kind of put away the problems and you're thinking about it's tempting and it's always going to tempt you, but is it the right move at this time of your life? Or I know it's a weird, not a one-to-one perfect, but that's kind of how I feel. Now, if we had an injury to one of those guys, especially at receiver, knock on wood, we don't have any issues, then yes, but I think Diggs is going to be signed
bringing
before
Brandon
then.
Cooks back, or I'll bring back Diggs.
Yeah, I think Diggs is
honestly new head, like first year head coach, first year defensive coordinator, all of these new pieces. Like, do you really want the circus that comes along with Diggs coming back to this team? After what we know, like at this point, I don't know that I even want to deal with that when there are other players that are available. Like, I will take Brandon Cooks back before I take Stephon Diggs.
Yep. Yeah, you kind of turned me on that a little bit. I was more on the side of bringing him in, but and the other thing is you're trying to get Keon Coleman back to a situation where he can produce. Then you bring in Stephon Diggs. Oh man, I mean, what does that do? Right? I'm not saying it's gonna, make Keon Coleman go crazy and he's gonna, I'm not saying that, but where's he gonna get the ball? Right? So
right. Mm-hmm. Diggs was really effective in the slot last year.
Yep.
Who's the slot now? Like it's Shakir. Shakir's in the slot.
Shakir.
And on top of that, like Skylar Bell was really good in the slot in college.
Yeah.
So if Shakir's coming off the field, I want to see Skylar Bell.
And let's be honest too, how much money can we give Diggs compared to, let's say, another?
I mean, you could sign him to like a 2-year deal for 18 or 16, and then add a void year to really lower the cap number.
Fair.
So it's the 6 months. But bro,
And I want Rob to know, I mean, he's, listen, I'm a Diggs guy too. I loved 14 when he was here. He was fantastic those 4 years, but I just feel like where we're at going into the season, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good on that. I think he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. I'm good on it though. Get those targets. Give those targets to Keon. Give those targets to Joshua Palmer when he gets back. Give those targets to Shakir. Give those targets to the tight ends. Get the running backs involved more in the passing game. Like there's enough targets. There are a lot of targets that can go to other players. I'm good, man. I'm good. Like I'm good.
Yep. Dog has spoken. Does no to Diggs. A strong no from Diggs.
Yeah. That's the thing, man. Like the way he left, and this is what bothers me about it. You wait until you get the extension, right? The 2-year extension, the $28 million per. You wait until you get that. Then you go and and then it's I want to be traded. All of this stuff that was going on with the brother making tweeting and posting on Instagram about the quarterback saying all type of wild stuff, and it's like I'm sorry, like I have 3 sisters.
Mm-hmm.
If my sisters, any one of them are online bad mouthing my lady, I'm going to say something to them like, "Yo, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. You messing my situation up right now. You got to relax."
Yeah.
Where was Diggs at? Where was Diggs' response when he was pressed about that in the media? The media asked him like, "What's going on with your brother?" He said, "My brother's grown. I can't tell him what to do, or that's how he feels. It's not how I feel." But no, you can. You can say, "Hey, man, you're making things difficult at my job now. You're driving a wedge between me and my quarterback. Stop doing that. It's bad for business." But he let it go on because that's really what he wanted to say. So it is what it is. Stay on that side. That's where I'm at. Sorry, Diggs, stay on that side. He should go to the Chiefs because the Chiefs need to have a wide receiver right now.
Oh no, I don't want to see that.
They look awful.
Yeah. Oh, did you love? I know you loved the first pass for number 15 over in Kansas City. Dropped right away. That was.
And Justin Fields threw one of the worst practice interceptions I've ever seen. I don't know if he just doesn't it's not registering between his eyes and his brain what's going on. So
that's actually a good fit. Rob mentioned for Diggs. I think Washington makes sense for them for Diggs.
Again, if you're Washington with Jaden Daniels and all of this Brandon Ayuk stuff floating around, do you really want to deal with Diggs? Understand what comes with Diggs.
Yes, that's
multiple baby mamas, Cardi B, that entire, And don't get me wrong, I love Cardi B. I think Cardi B is great.
Hey, listen,
it just sucks that she's
I agree
connected to Diggs permanently because they have a child together now.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I prefer to not have that type of distraction around the team, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great comment, Steve. That is a great comment. The Bills do need to see what they have at receiver first. Wait until the receiver coach tells you, "Hey, man, we need something else. We don't have enough." And then you go get a guy. You don't just go get a guy because he's available.
Yeah.
That's just Myles Garrett. If it's Myles Garrett, then yeah. But
sure.
That's different. But where we are right now, man, I'm good on Diggs, man. I'm good on it. You can move on.
But it's always going to be, it's just always something that's going to be there until he signs. This is normal. Yeah. It's the off season. So,
you know what else is going to be always around is trade rumors. Now Vita Vea has asked for a trade out of Tampa Bay. He wants to be traded. He prefers to play for a team in California or Vegas. That eliminates the entire division.
Mm-hmm.
No one in Buffalo or New York or Miami or New England. None of these teams have what this man is looking for. Would he fit? Absolutely. He'd be a great fit in Buffalo. That gives you so much leeway to move around. What's his name?
Ed.
Deion Walker and Ed Oliver. And this is the other thing. And one more thing. Ed Oliver gets a lot of unfair criticism. A lot of it. I don't like it. I don't like when you guys do that. Stop talking bad about Ed Oliver. Yes, I know he was hurt, but he was a MFing dog when he wasn't hurt. When he was on the field, he's the reason we came back and won that game against the Ravens in week 1.
Oh, yeah.
Ed has the ability to wreck a game.
Mm-hmm.
He just can't be getting double teamed all the time. So if you were able to get Vita Vea, that'd be awesome because you can stick him in at the nose tackle, and then you can move Deion Walker and Ed Oliver all over the place and not be worried. So it's kind of where I'm at, man.
Do you think Brandon Beane has made a call to Tampa Bay?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
And maybe if they talk, I mean, of course he does prefer California, but just look at the options. I mean, the 49ers, does that make sense? Well, maybe. Potentially the Rams. I mean, come on. I mean, I think they're banking on Aaron Donald's return there.
Yeah.
I don't see the Chargers. I mean, the Chargers maybe the Chargers would be an interesting place for him to land. I got to look at what they have at D tackle off the top of my head. Don't they have our old friend
It's not whoever it is. It's not better than Vita
than
Vea.
Vita Vea? Yeah, you just make it work. Uh,
You
the
give Vita
Raiders,
Vea in your team,
yeah.
just.
But I wonder if they could talk to him and say, "Hey, listen, Vita, you're coming to one of the best organizations in the league. It's a brand new stadium. It's Josh Allen. The window's open. You could sign here for a few years. I mean, maybe he could be talked into it, but again, you know, this partly I agree with about the dictation. It's happening in every sport now. Steve, you and I, we're big hockey fans. We're seeing it there too. We're seeing it. I mean, it's part of the leverage that they do have, and I'm kind of mixed on it in that case, right, Whittle? And you may agree with me on this, where you got to hold some of the organizations accountable. But I do feel bad for some of the organizations that run a good ship, but yet their players still demand trades. I mean, but sometimes there's nothing you could do about it, unfortunately. But do I wish it didn't happen as often anymore? Yeah, Steve, I would agree uh, in some level. But it's something that gives the player that leverage to A, decide where they want to play, and B, also hold the teams accountable that they're employed with. Because it looks like the writing's on the wall in Tampa Bay for a blow up. I mean,
Yeah.
So that's probably why Vita Vea is saying, I'm not going to get my payday in Tampa. Let me go somewhere else where maybe I could win, or I could get a big payday somewhere else.
Well, I mean, he won already. Like, he's already got a Super Bowl. So,
yeah.
I mean, does he want another one? Sure. I'm sure. I'm sure he would love to win another Super Bowl on a West Coast team, because I mean, the guy's from out there. He wants to spend more time with his family. I'm not mad.
You know just as well as I do. Okay, and not to bring the Knicks into this, but every player in that Knicks team is going to be able to walk through New York for the rest of their life and be legends, right? They broke the 53-year drought, right? Any player in this Buffalo team, if you come to Buffalo, if you're Vita Vea and he says, listen, I want to go to Buffalo, I want to go there, and he's a big difference maker in that defense, barely anybody will remember that he won a Super Bowl in Tampa. That's Tom Brady's Super Bowl. Everybody talks about, that's Brady, Gronkowski, that's right. Vita Vea was a part of it, but in Buffalo, I mean, that guy will be a legend.
Yeah, but the problem I have with that is he doesn't want to play in Buffalo. And even if he did want to play in Buffalo, there's a money commitment that has to be made for him as well. And I don't like the direction it's going. Jalen Carter got $38 million a year. So, like, what's Vita Vea gonna ask for? 30? I mean, if you're getting Jalen Carter 38, Vita Vea is worth at least 30, if not more. So I don't know. It's just stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just don't see it. I'd like it to happen. I just don't see it, man.
Agree.
That's
and there's really no reason for Bills fans to get upset about Brandon Beane if he doesn't pull that trade off, because this is not a situation where the cards are stacked against him. I'm sure they made a quick call, and I'm sure it was shot down. So listen, he's not going to extend with you. And
right.
So that, but of course, we're going to see the haters on X. They're going to come out and say, "Oh, Brandon Beane failed again." Well, maybe some other trades he did, but this one I cannot criticize our general manager for.
Did it freeze?
Yeah, I thought so. Just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I thought. So was it just you? So there we go.
All right. We're good. Oh, what we got? Joshua here. Sorry about that, folks. It'll be very hard to fit Vita under the cap and still have the capital to operate for the season. Not impossible, but difficult. You're right. I think if that were to happen, like if you were to bring in Vita Vea, you probably have to move off of somebody. Most likely, Joshua Palmer would be, the first candidate I think that you would look to move off of. I don't see anybody else that's really expendable. I don't know. I don't see anybody else that's expendable on the roster as of right now. So, I don't know. But
so let's see. I'm trying to think.
Stood me up, bro. Wow.
What happened with him?
He stood us up.
Oh, for tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him about himself a little bit.
Oh, all right. We'll have to bust his chops. So,
heck yeah, I'll wait until he gets up here to do it. But geez, man, I was kind of actually looking forward to to talking to him. But it is what it is. What else we got
for a future show?
Yeah, for sure. What else we got? Trade rumors, Diggs, Keon, we talked about.
Hoyt, we talked about the uniforms.
God, uniform, man. I'm telling you, man, that helmet is so freaking ugly. But listen, let's do something else, man. All these stupid lists are coming out. And I just want to say I'm gonna put a picture up. And we're gonna guess. I'd like your best guess at this head coaches. We're gonna be looking at head coaches. Give me your best guess at what you're gonna hear on this coach's radio if you get in the car with him. Let's go with the first one. All right. Let me share the screen.
All righty.
What's on his radio?
What's on his radio right now?
Yeah. He get in the car with this guy. What do you think? What do you think he's playing? You turn his radio on. What do you think pops up first?
Because he cheats by Carrie Underwood.
Oh my god! Wow. Yeah.
Hey,
okay.
Listen, it was Whittle. I had to go for it, right?
All right. I feel like Vrabel's probably a. He's probably like a late 80s rock guy.
Could be. I could see him being a heavy metal guy too, believe it or not.
I was thinking that too.
I
wanted to go with like Megadeth. I wanted to go like this guy's definitely playing Megadeth or Danzig in his car, right?
Yep. He's gonna be 90s hard rock. Yep. Yeah, I feel that. I do. I feel like
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because come on, man. Diana don't want to hear that. She don't want to hear that crazy nonsense.
No.
There you go. 90s hard rock. I think it's 80s hard rock. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's hard rock either. It's probably
like the hair bands, Whittle. You're talking like Poison,
yeah,
Motley Crue, and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, probably some of that. A little, maybe some Kiss.
A little Kiss. Oh man. You know, I tried that 80s look Whittle back in the day. I could not pull that hair off, man. It just never came out right. So I'm proud to say I didn't have that crazy perm 80s hairdos of the hair bands of the 80s, which I did live through some of it.
Okay.
Had the 80s stash though, that I had in the 90s, which is now back, by the way. Yeah, I could see this. The Crew, GNR, ACDC. Yeah, I'm with Joshua on this. Whittle, here's a signing that Steve brought up. Well, actually, Steve, I'm going to save that comment for in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get to that, Steve. We're very important to this right now.
White Snake. Oh boy, Mark. That's Oh boy.
Our newest head coach in Miami, Jeff Hatley.
I didn't even recognize this. I don't even know who that was. Like, I know the name of the head coach they've signed, but I had no clue that was him until you said it. So much I paid attention to the Dolphins this season, folks.
Yeah, it's because they're going to stink. I'll go first. You went first last time.
Go ahead, Whittle. What you got?
Jeff Hatley.
I don't know what these got.
I'm gonna go with probably some. He's probably listening to Elton John or Billy Idol or Billy Joel. Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw some Billy Joel in there. Why not?
Yep.
90s mainstream. No, come on.
Love the Hootie call out.
Hootie and a Blowfish? Nah, I don't think so.
Hootie, listen, that guy, Darius Rucker is super talented. I do like Rucker, but
just based on that shirt and tie combo, absolutely not. No way. That's because it's terrible. It is terrible. That shirt and tie combo is terrible. I can't give him anything cool. Billy Joel is cool for 60-year-olds. Like if you're like 60, Billy Joel's your thing.
Yeah.
You might be listening to B-52s. Love Shack?
B-52, like the Pesh Mode. I feel like the Pesh Mode kind of guy here or something like that.
Oh, gosh. All right.
Let's get him that's good, Whittle. That's awesome. Whittle, that was fun. We should do that all year.
We're gonna do other divisions. Next up,
You just mentioned Culture Club. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I had a cassette tape of Culture. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I said cassette tape of Culture Club back in the day. Okay, so yeah, I'm old. Whittle's like, what's that? No, you actually you do cassette tapes? You are you a little too young for that cassette tape era? Did you go right to?
No, I was there. I caught the tail end.
Yeah,
of the cassette tape share. Mm-hmm. Like by the time I got to the point where I was like purchasing my own music, you were already on CDs, man.
Oh yeah,
you were on CDs at that point.
Yeah. I did want to circle back.
We are going to have fun with this one.
Yep. Oh, what's we got?
We are going to have fun with this one. All right.
Dog remembers those cassette tapes. Dog, cassette tapes about as old as your Sixers roster now. Oh, I said it. Yes. I was waiting for that all night, dog.
Here we go.
There it is.
Listen, man, they started to listen. They got LeBron. I think LeBron's the glue. He's going to tie all of that together.
See what happens when I get a champion. Oh no,
Aaron Glenn.
What's he listening
to? Your turn. You got to go first this time.
Oh, Aaron Glenn. I feel like he's a jazz dude. I don't know why. I feel like
jazz.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he may surprise us and be no. I got to think about it. You got me on the spot here. No, probably not jazz. I would say No, actually, I'm sticking with my contemporary jazz on this one. I really am. Will. I feel like he's a guy that just chills out. Believe it or not, in the car, and I don't see him being too heavy on the music. So I would go any type of jazz performer you want to name.
So I'm gonna go with late 80s, early 90s rap. He's a he's a dancer, man. Like you saw his moves going down the sideline. I gotta believe that you get in his car.
Mm-hmm.
It's something you can shake something to, you know?
Yeah, well, old school R&B like Jodeci or something like that. Maybe he's got that.
There we go.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
something like
I feel
that,
like
maybe?
he's a little too high strung for that, though. Like, not that he doesn't listen to it, but I think if you knew his car, like the first thing you might hear is like LL.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. All right.
LL Cool J is hard as you might hear that first.
I think he's got like Nas in his car, things like that. I think he's listening to some old school.
Oh no. That's for the next coach.
That's it.
100%. I think if you get into Joe Brady's car right now, Joe Brady's got rap music going.
Are you saying Joe Brady is like Michael Bolton from the movie The Office? Remember that? Where you ever seen a movie from the 90s, late 90s, The Office? Anybody see that? Oh, it's a show. It's a movie with Jennifer Aniston's in it, and it's about like it's kind of like a 90s cult kind of classic kind of movie. It's about like the daily, like they work for this office and they hate working their job. It's about the TPS reports. You've seen a lot of memes.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And Michael Bolton's the guy, kind of looks nerdy, but he's listening to like the hardcore rap, and you would never picture him as a guy that would listen to the hardcore rap. So is Joe Brady that kind of guy? You know, so maybe that's, you know.
You cannot tell me. Yeah. You can't tell me that when Joe Brady gets in his car and turns it on, and the radio turns on, it's Wu-Tang Clan, METHOD, man. I guarantee he's listening to Method Man or Nas. Guaranteed he's got Nas, Jay, Wu-Tang, DMX, something. I think that's him all day.
I agree. Yeah, I see it too. He's an energy guy. He's not listening to smooth jazz or anything. He's not listening. He's not a country guy. I can tell you that already. That's for sure.
Yeah, smooth jazz. I can't see it.
No,
not my head coach.
Not even contemporary country. He's beyond that. He might mix in a little metal once in a while, but probably more of the.
Probably, yeah. I can see that too. I can see that. I can see that as well. Full metal. Why not?
Good. That's good. Oh man.
All right.
That's pretty funny.
We will attack the AFC North or AFC West soon. Also, you weren't in this space earlier, but I was Sean McDermott. Sean McDermott is 100% not listening to Sting. Sean McDermott is listening to what is it called?
These are two of my favorites right here. Tribe Called Quest reference, Whittle. I had a cassette tape of Tribe Called Quest as well in my car. Yeah. That was a staple.
Sean McDermott is listening to Hillsong. If you don't know what Hillsong is, go Google it. All right, that's 100%. He's listening to that 100%.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
Will mercy me. Yeah. So
he's listening to Hillsong. Guaranteed.
Hillsong. I know Hillsong. I know exactly what you're talking about. Sean McDermott classical. Yeah, I could see that too.
I don't know.
Maybe McDermott's listening to old war documentaries on History Channel.
I hope not, man. That got him in a lot of trouble.
I'm not about to touch that subject right now, but
let's leave that alone.
Let's leave that alone.
So I think we'll attack probably the AFC North next.
Yep.
Talk a little bit about their head coaches.
Said it, dog.
Tribe Called Quest. Absolutely.
Oh, that album is.
That's probably an Aaron Glenn's radio right now. Tribe Called Quest.
I wouldn't hate on that. I love that album.
What do you think? What do you think's in my radio right now? What do you think the first song's popping up? Yeah. You'll never.
Whittle?
Nobody. None of you guys will ever get it. No, none of you guys will ever get it. You'll never get it.
I don't Whittle. I think
all you got to do is get the genre. That's it.
Your musical tastes, I think, are probably more broad than I bet it's broad because you grew up in New Jersey, right? New York area. Yeah, I first one that comes in there right now, I'd say it's going to be something like 80s pop or something. I don't know why I'm going off the board here a little bit.
Cold, super cold.
Super cold.
Way.
Oh man.
Super cold.
Anybody else want to help me here in the chat? So low end theory. This is all dog. Listen, that's in my rap and R&B section on my Apple.
Oh yeah,
it's a must. It's in there for sure. Yeah, I want closing time too. I want to hear that. Yes. Luke Combs. That are we warm or no?
I have no idea who that is. No clue.
Singer. Whittle is down. No. So Whittle's not down.
I promise you. Listen, I promise you, there are no country records in any of my playlists on any app or.
I have some, but
country,
not a lot.
I have not happening.
Yeah, I got to channel my inner Southern in me at some level, Whittle. So no, I'm kidding. So, how about not freestyle? You're not going that crazy, right? You're not going like freestyle music, right? You know the
Babyface. You're close.
Babyface was good.
That's where you're close. You're close, but it's not there. I do love Aaliyah, but Aaliyah's not. She's good, but she's not one of my choices. All right, so let me break this down.
Wow.
Like if I turn my radio on, you're most likely to hear like neo soul, like Erykah Badu, Lil Daniel Caesar. I love her from the new, like she's one of the new.
No, you told me that I downloaded her. You recommended that to me. Yes.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for artists that can play the instruments that they use. So like definitely Daniel Caesar. I think he made some really poor decisions with some of the comments that he made at the height of his stardom, but the music is still excellent.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We'll get a little old school with it. Bilal. Bilal was pretty good. I have a super soft spot for singers, like real legit singers, and not what there are people that make good music, and then there are people that can actually really sing. Brandy, amazing singer. I don't think she makes the greatest music all the time, but she's an amazing vocalist. Who else?
I'm going to throw a real old name out there from the 70s, and she's considered one of the greatest drummers of all time. Karen Carpenter from the Carpenters. If you've ever listened to this woman sing, she's old. I'm going back and says, but this woman as a drummer, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. She does not look like the type at all that would be. There's no way this woman's a drummer, and she's just insane. Like it's just, I'm like, but she always wanted to be it, but she never was. So I'm going way back. My tastes are overboard, Whittle. I'm looking at my music now. I got stuff like Rush. I got, Akon stuff. I'm going to see Akon next month.
Bruno Mars. Akon, the rapper?
Yeah, I'm going to see Akon. Yes, in August.
Wow.
I'm going to see Bruno Mars with the wife in September too, by the way.
Okay.
That's a concert that he's an amazing performer. I like to see him. So Tony Braxton, another good one here. That's a good reference right there. I've never heard much out of Tony Braxton in a while. But
yeah, Tony Braxton's been he's been a little low key. I'm glad. She was we had the Braxton show and that didn't really paint, her in the best light, but whatever.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Then she got married to what's the old boy's name? Baby. She married what's his name?
Who did she marry? Let's see.
She married the guy from Cash Money.
Jeez, I feel so old. She's 58 now. That makes me feel old.
Wow, she's 58. Jesus. Still gorgeous.
She married Birdman.
Birdman, yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, Birdman.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Like, somebody for everybody, I guess.
Yeah. There you go. Right? Whatever makes you happy. That's what I say.
Whatever. All right, well, let's wrap this up, man. I'm out of here.
We could do it. Great show as always, Whittle. Great to be back with you here for another year. Everybody in the chat, it's been awesome. Chat's been on fire lately. We look to get even better and better. Look for possible special guests in the future that Whittle's been teasing during the show. We'll
listen, bro, I'm not teasing it. I mean,
we're going to line up some other things too coming up, Whittle, that you and I will talk about. We'll get into more and go Bills as well. We are here, folks. Can you believe it's the season? Next week, we'll dive more into everything that comes with the practices coming up. I'm sure we'll have a lot of topics to discuss on how players are looking and what kind of things we're seeing. Maybe some more news on the injury front as well. Maybe trades. Who knows? We'll see how that goes as we inch closer to the first game. I believe it's Carolina is our first game. I think on a Saturday, August. And is that's a home game? That's what we have I call it like a soft opening of Highmark Stadium, right?
Yeah.
The preseason, right? So we have two games coming up. So real exciting time. It's going to be so weird. Well, is it going to be so weird?
We will not
in that stadium. Is that?
It is. We're not going to be doing a joint pod with Carolina fans. I know we did that before. I think we did that last year when we played them. I think it was last year.
We did.
But
yep.
I don't know.
I don't know. AFC's collab if you want. We can consider that if you want to do something like that.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah.
We definitely got to link back up with our buddies Ian and Andy from Detroit.
Yes. Especially for week 2. Yeah, we should actually put that out soon so we can maybe lock them in for that week because it's going to be a short week too. So we're going to have them on Thursday night.
I'm sure they're prepared for that as much as we are. So that's going to be interesting with all the injuries that they're sustaining right now. Oh, yeah, prayers up, man, to Chris Brazell and Shamar Stewart. Both those guys suffered major injuries. Brian Brissy as well down there with the Saints. There were a few more injuries that happened that I can't remember off the top of my head. But,
I really hate the injuries this early. I mean, basically broke camp and you're already out for the year or most of it. It's just it's frustrating.
And Nick Scorden from Carolina got hurt last week, and they also they lost another guy this week. Wow, one of the receivers. Oh yeah, the rookie Chris Brazell. They lost him. So, but he's only going for like 8 weeks. It's like an LCL thing. So he'll get surgery, I'm sure, to repair it. 8 weeks, he'll be able to kind of start ramping up. He should be ready to go for some point in the season. Well, listen, that's an opportunity for Xavier Legette to, kind of get his spot back.
Agree.
It looks pretty bad for him right now down there. And I just hope and pray that Keon has a great year so he can be the best receiver out of that group.
Yes.
He got drafted around. Yeah, because he's never going to catch the Neighbors. He's never going to catch Neighbors.
I'm going to have to see how Neighbors looks this year after his major.
They said Neighbors look good today.
Oh, he did? Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so Neighbors look good. Marvin Harrison did not. I think he stinks. Yeah,
I wanted to ask you. I was actually tempted to ask you about Marvin Harrison. I was thinking, would you? But no. You're saying no. You really do think he's? You just think he's not?
I don't think he's that good. I don't.
You mentioned something about. It's amazing how you remember how dominant he was at Ohio State. I mean, Marvin Harrison was that dude at Ohio State. For anybody that doesn't remember, he was unbelievable. He single-handedly beat Penn State one year. We were top 10. I mean, he was the difference. He's the reason why we just couldn't beat him, right? So, and then to see but maybe he just does need a change of scenery. If I were a team, I would still consider taking a chance on him. Maybe Kansas City is a team that I hate to say it. If I were them, I would give it a thought. I feel like Andy
I wouldn't
Reid
give more than
thrives in those kind of situations. No, but don't you feel like Andy Reid would do something like that? I feel like that's just a classic Andy move right there.
It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah,
It's possible.
he likes that,
But
which is we'll see.
You got him under contract for a few more years. Like I mean, you kind of I guess you kind of have to ride it out and give him every opportunity to to secure a spot. It looks pretty bad. It looks pretty bleak right now. So.
Yeah, because
it
looks like Michael. Looks like Wilson's gonna maybe win that job out there as a number one. So actually, because they're saying whoever, like basically the number one there is the tight end McBride, and then Wilson. Marvin Harris will be number 3 in Arizona. Think about that, number 3. Wow, I mean that's star.
Listen, I try to tell people about Michael Wilson. When he got before he got drafted, I
remember that.
I was ahead of that one as well. He's good. The kid was good. He was good at Stanford. He was really good at the Senior Bowl. He's good.
Absolutely.
All right, wrapping this up, put a bow on it, and we will be out of here. I truly believe Skylar Bell is a jewel in the junkyard.
Maybe
Bees ready to pick.
Listen.
Well,
we'll see, Steve. I hope you're right, but
high praise for
high praise.
God. Yeah,
but
don't get me wrong. I think Skylar can play. I just worry about the physicality. Like I said, he'll get his opportunities though, because especially with the injury to like Palmer still working his way back and Shavers being out, Bell will get opportunities to play, and he'll get a chance at some targets. So we'll see.
Excellent.
But thank you guys for coming, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you. All the mentions in the group chat. You guys are awesome. Keep it coming. And again, as the season gets closer, we're gonna have every Wednesday we will be here in some capacity to talk about the season coming up. So look for some bigger shows coming up, especially get closer to season right before kickoff. Well, it's funny because we're gonna have a Wednesday night game against our week 1, which is unusual. We're gonna have a game going on at that time, Little.
Oh yeah, that's right. I thought you were talking about the Bills.
Yeah. No, we're gonna have Seahawks and Rams. Oh no, Seahawks and not the Rams. Seahawks and who? Were they playing again? Patriots going on the first week. So we'll have that going on during our pod. So that'll be interesting. But that will be we'll do our predictions. We have tons of stuff coming up. So, and look for more song choices, AFC North version next week. That was great. So looking forward to it. I'm already thinking in my head on some of those. So we'll be ready.
That's right. Be prepared.
Anyway, have a great week, everybody. Go Bills, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Go Bills.